Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Creating You Together. Last time we talked about hesitation and resistance, and it was really good talking to everyone about that and seeing the comments and seeing how hesitation and resistance can be confused with procrastination and rebellion and believing things that we think we should. So this week we're going to be talking about the illusion of moving forward and how sometimes we feel we are moving forward, but we've really tricked ourselves into believing that we have, where we actually haven't. So, before we get going, how about we do what we normally do, which is the radical mice who get off the wheel and just take a few moments to connect to ourselves, be that mouse that's hopped off the wheel, and simply just taking some time to breathe deeply and smoothly. And as we breathe, feel ourselves connecting to ourselves, to our hearts, to our intuition, to our guidance and spirit. And what we feel is ourselves coming back to ourselves as a whole, coming into balance and harmony. And as you feel yourself becoming whole and coming into balance, you realize that this is infinite and always accessible. So if you wish to share a gentle wave across the whole world, you can. And as you see that wave go out, you see it being of benefit to anyone else who would like some balance and harmony. So if you are all good, excellent. So this week we're going to talk a bit more about hesitation and resistance and the illusions. And just to clarify, we're looking and talking about hesitation and resistance from a spiritual perspective and as a tool that we can use that can be of benefit to us and to moving forward. So in light of that, we have Sonia joining us here from Hong Kong. We have Orla here from New Zealand. Orla's going to keep an eye on your comments, so please feel free to share. And let's begin by asking Sonia, who is trained in this material, what is hesitation?
For me, hesitation is It's like intuition talking to us that you not. It's not an immediate yes. It's not an immediate no. It's kind of like perhaps you're kind of in the middle. So it's like intuitively you know that you haven't fully understood what you have been being asked to do or being asked of from within. So that's hesitations. What's yours?
Can you be kind of going along your life merrily without realizing that you have a habit of hesitation? Like, is it something that can be a little bit hidden?
I feel so, because like hesitation is so deep. It's like a hidden mindset that is so deep within that you don't even know that it's there. It's like we talk about the illusion of moving forward. It's what we have spoken before. It's kind of there sitting within us, and it's like a habit that we don't know.
Mm.
So you mentioned that it comes from within us,
Mm.
and that being our intuition talking to us. Does that then help move us through our stuff?
I remember the great hesitation examples that I personally have. When I was being suggested to talk about the tarot in front of the camera, I didn't say yes. I didn't say no. I remember for a long time I say maybe, because I don't know what's being asked of me to do. I don't know what's being asked of me from within. I'm not clear from within. So once I understand, I meditate, and once I understand, actually it's actually just share what I get from the cards, like what I would share with friends, but just in front of the cameras. So, and that helps me move beyond my hesitation. And what about you? Do you have any hesitation examples?
I have one of the way I see it is if we're walking down a street and just on a normal route that we may do, that if we suddenly go to turn a corner and there's a hesitation there, I'm seeing that as that's my intuition talking to me, saying, hey, there's a reason this suddenly I'm hesitating to turn this corner. I don't know what that reason is. However, it's my intuition telling me there's something there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it opens a doorway that you might otherwise keep shut. So, like, for example, if I have a habit of hesitation and I'm unaware of it, then I might be like wanting to do a project, and then as I get into the project, this hesitation kicks in, and then I'm not doing what it is I want to do, and it's kind of getting frustrated, and I'm probably judging myself, saying like, why are you not doing this? And that kind of feels like a dead end. But from what you're saying is that the hesitation, if you know you have hesitation and it's really just your intuition talking to you and saying, hey, look, this is just something you don't understand about what you're being asked to do. And then you can work with that. It feels like it just opens a whole new door, like suddenly from self-judgment to, dare I say, acceptance.
Is that akin to being that mouse on the wheel that?
I feel once you know what you hesitate, and once you know what the hesitation is, it saves you time. It saves you pain, because you understand. It saves you from, locking on the wall without going anywhere. It's like what you said, a mouse on a wheel. So do we have any examples from our audience, or any comments?
Not yet, but now that you're kind of listening, or you've heard what hesitation is from a spiritual perspective and as a spiritual tool, maybe you'd like to share some examples in your own life where you come up against something and you don't do an immediate yes and you don't do an immediate no, but there's somewhere in between where you feel that you're being guided, your intuition's kicking in. So if you have any examples of that, please share them. We'd love to hear them. And in the meantime, I'm now curious, Sonia, about what resistance is.
Resistance, very simple. Like imagine you're trying to give a child, some children, when you want to give them vegetables, their reply is no. If you ask them to do something, no. Resistance is simple no. There's no justification. It's a simple no. It's based on a judgment. No is no.
So that's another kind of a door shutting, and you're shutting it. You're shutting it on yourself. It's like no, absolutely no way.
No.
So I can see how that would definitely also get in your way, because you can't really do anything if you're saying no.
Yes, it's very resistant. It's a simple no, and I don't need to explain to you why. No way.
And resistance comes from your personality as opposed to your intuition. Like it's more of your personality getting in the way.
Based on more judgment, I would say more emotional body, or yes.
Mm. Mm.
Anybody has any examples of resistance?
No, there's a lot of resistance at the moment to giving examples of resistance. And a little bit of hesitation around giving examples of hesitation. But a lot of people saying hello, so hello. It feels like, I mean, being able to work through both of these or work with both of these tools and to get to a point of acceptance, it just feels so freeing, you know, that to be able to go from a state where you really do feel stuck to where you're actually, you've moved, used them, and got to a point where you're in total acceptance, for me is absolutely amazing. And one of the great things about hesitation and resistance is that there is a course on the membership site that will be available very soon if people want to work with it and to understand it. And it's a really, really beautiful course. We've had a little bit of a preview. Sonia obviously knows it quite well. But there was a piece in it that I just wanted to share because it's the course is created by Helen Barton. And there's something she said I just thought was really lovely, which is the purpose of this work is to embrace the wholeness of who we are and all that is, embrace it and accept ourselves completely. So obviously that caught my eye pretty quickly. I was like, oh yes, please. And then the other little piece that really jumped out was that she said, when we love who we are, we accept we can create whatever we choose, which to me is just, that is joy. And then when we don't accept ourselves, we feel we have to atone, we have to repay, appease, make everybody else happy except us. But when we accept who we are, we love ourselves and we stop atoning and we be at one. And that's what this course is about, which to me is just fantastic.
I remember when I signed up this course, and that's exactly what speak to me, is to move beyond the hesitation resistance. Because, well, if those who are interested, you will see that actually this course offer you a lot of some of the meditations and exercise to help you to realign. It helps you discover, for me, what really speak to me is discover your hidden mindset, discover your unconscious beliefs. And once you understand it with the meditations, with the exercise, I feel that you're giving yourself like freedom to to step forward, because you don't feel like Anita mentioned before, like the mouse on the wheel. You understand, like all I just said before, like the resistance from personality, like you understand more. And I did it like many years ago, and I can still feel the benefit, and I still go back to it from time to time to do it when I feel there's a hesitation, resistance come up, and well, I can highly recommend it.
I've got a question here from Glynis around hesitation. She says, is it the case that with hesitation, it's a case of not believing in self? We're afraid to take that step that has us feeling unsafe or vulnerable. So that's around fear, isn't it?
And for me, fear is a hesitation because we're afraid to get it wrong. Yeah, we're
that step. That's the fear. Yeah,
we're afraid to get it wrong, or we're afraid that we're not capable. That's a hesitation.
Okay. Marianne says the course sounds brilliant.
It is.
And we will, a little bit later on, we'll just give you the details of how to find it and where to go. There's a few changes on at the moment, so we thought we'd wait till the end so we don't bamboozle you. But it is, Marianne. Thank you.
Yeah. We absolutely love this topic and this course. And Sonia, you mentioned before about that we have mindsets and unconscious things going on that keep us going in circles. What I'm seeing is that with the alley example, if I hesitate to turn right, that could be because there's something there that may not be so good. So it's our intuition talking to us that don't go, well, it might not be something good there, but it may also be Santa with all our wildest dreams down that alley. And are you saying that if we've got something within us or a belief that it could be either way, and understanding that what those veils are, as Orla said, can help us really get
Beyond
to
it.
where we want to be and become.
Yes, Anita, I remember you have a great examples of resistance, because we talk about it quite a lot of times on live actually, about being in front of the camera.
Oh, absolute hell no, talk to the hand, not going to happen, total resistance. Until I understood, depending on who asked and what the purpose was, then it was the resistance went.
Yes, and I feel that's what I love this course about, because it really gives us the freedom, like some things that we feel that we will never do. Like, no way going to do this. And then once we do the exercise and we understand what is really stopping us, and then we do it and we try it, and it's like, oh my God, it's actually that simple. Or we discover some joy that we never know it exists before. That's what really speak to me about this course, is that this course helped me, and also the freedom, give me the freedom, and because when I say no, the space of my judgment, and I think, okay, it's not fun, for example, it's not fun. But once I do this, actually, the fun is more than what I can imagine.
Yeah.
And that's why, well, I think all of you can see how much I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about the audience? Do they have any
Well,
story?
Bronwyn just asked a question. I think it was pretty much around what you just said, Anita. She's saying, is hesitation our intuition guiding us, or our fear stopping us? And then she's the second part of the question, or can it be both?
Well, that's why the course is so brilliant, because it helps you to work through the material in a way that you can keep coming back to it, time after time. So you may work through the material just this at the beginning, but you may want to come back to it in a couple of months' time, and you'll have it there for life, because as a spiritual tool, it is so helpful.
Yes,
I guess, sorry, Sonia. I guess really it's about what our individual hesitation is. So until we see it and understand it and work with it, that's where you're going to get the answer to that for each individual.
I agree what Anita said. It's like, I've done it for how many years? Like many years. It's like the first time I have the first layer, I move beyond that, and then I come back to it and I go deeper. I go deeper and deeper within. It's like, this is a spiritual tools to help us to look within. It's not about resisting somebody. It's not about hesitating. It's not about external. It's all about here. And that is why it's timeless. Yes.
So it's really resisting. So if I'm resisting something, saying no, I'm resisting me. I'm resisting a part of me. That's what it is. Yeah.
Something. It's not about resisting somebody else. It's not about saying no, that I don't want to do it because of you. No.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's always like it's with both of them, they're coming from within.
It's within. It's deep, personal, deep work. It's like it's beautiful spiritual tools to go deeper, help us understand deeper, and at the same time you feel free and joy. And
it's so different to there's so many sayings of just keep at it, or you just keep banging your head against the wall, or one day I'll get it, or I'm just going to make it happen, or I'm going to there's just that trying to make something happen, which doesn't always happen. So I'm feeling that this is something that will change or break or that habit of, rather than trying to force something, by having a look at, by going within and seeing what's happening there, that like Orla and both of you were saying, that it's just freeing.
Also, sometimes that you think that you know the answer, and that's what's stopping you, and once you do it, it's actually completely different, and you're like, oh my God, that's nothing. It may be what you think that's the reason, but once you do the course and you think, oh my God, it's this is much deeper than what you actually think the answer. And then also because sometimes, I don't know how you all feel, but sometimes I feel like I'm banging on the wall because I couldn't even understand why why I cannot move forward. I couldn't understand that. So this is actually a way to help you to move
Jump
beyond the why.
Amanda has a question here. So I think it is about asking our guidance whether the hesitation is personality/fear or intuition. No, because the hesitation is always our intuition. So it's not about asking our guidance whether the hesitation is personality or intuition. It's hesitation is always intuition. The resistance, the no of resistance is our personality getting in the way. Is that right? That's right, Sonia, right?
The resistance is personality. The hesitation is always the intuition talking to us. It's always intuitively that you know that there's something that you haven't fully understood. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I was going to say, I just wanted to say at this point, because it's obviously a course we'd like everyone to be able to access. We do have a membership site. There's a few little changes going on at the moment. We're changing from one home to another home. If you're already a member, you'll already have got an email giving you the details of how to step from one side to the other. And if you've completed those steps, you can go there already. You can go to the new home, members.exploringintuitivepathways.com, and you'll be able to work with that course. It's called Beyond 2020 Hesitation and Resistance. If you're in the middle of doing that little step-to-step, it's there when you're ready. Come on over. And if you're somebody who the first time you're hearing about the membership site, from December the 1st, you can go to exploringintuitivepathways.com and you can get a 7-day free trial of the entire site, which is absolutely jam-packed full of amazing courses, all created by Helen and Tony Barton, who have been working with individuals and groups for over 30 years. And their work is amazing. And all three of us can attest to that, because we wouldn't be sitting in front of this camera doing what we're doing without having done the work with them. So if you'd like to just give it a go and find out more about it, December the 1st, go to exploringintuitivepathways.com, or if you want, just send us a message on the Creating New Together Facebook page and just give us your email address and we'll email you and let you know in case you need a reminder, because I often need reminders. So yeah, just wanted to let you know about that now, so that we don't say goodbye and forget to tell you. There's the link for the free trial, and if you're already a member, it's members.exploringintuitivepathways.com. Right, I got that right.
And if you would really like to know and you ask if this works, you can see from Anita, who go from resistance, say no way, to be in front of the camera, that we see her, us all three of us, every 2 weeks, and she speak like she is born to do this job fluently. And you can also, and also for me, hesitating between talking about, even to talk about the word tarot in front of the camera, and I just did. So you can see that 2 examples, tiny examples.
And I will say it's an absolute journey and joy. And if we want to move forward, I'd highly recommend this course. It's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it is. It's really beautiful. I mean, you can't ask for more than acceptance and joy.
Yeah.
Coming up to the Christmas season.
Yes.
And this year, it's been so challenging.
Yes, or maybe a good idea, those who actually would go to do the course immediately after the live, or those going to do the course, share the experience with us, share what you discover, share like how you now understand hesitation, resistance, and how the course can help you. The more the merrier. Yeah.
And if you have questions or you're not sure, you have challenges around the topic, like you can message us also on the Facebook page, and Sonia's happy to answer any questions. So you can see how you get on. But yeah, absolutely, Sonia, sharing is great. We'd love to hear how you experience it, how you see it, what it means to you, what it means for you. Yeah, it'd be amazing.
So on that note, towards freedom, happiness, and
Joy.
Enjoy without hesitation or resistance. We will talk again in a couple of weeks and look forward to hearing about your experiences. Thank you.